back to my bathroom. My name is Brittany. I'm a real hairdresser, and today I'm gonna show you 3 different ways to remove your hair extensions at home by yourself. Before we start shedding my layers of self-confidence, make sure that you subscribe and like. I'm here for you every single week, twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays. The first technique that I'm gonna show you is my personal favorite, and this is what I use pretty much every single time that I remove my own, and it is done with coconut oil. I'm using the liquefied coconut oil, which is easier, but if you don't have this or can't find it, or if you're at the Dollar Tree, they have a brand called Butcher Boy. It's about this tall, and it's the solid form of coconut oil, and how you liquefy it is with heat, so just put some in the microwave. Then you'll want to transfer it into some sort of spray bottle. I got this one at the Dollar Tree, and it came in a kit with about 6 of these. It's the perfect little size. You're gonna take a rat tail comb or a chopstick or something that is pretty pointy. We're going to take our bond here and we're gonna stab this through the middle. Just like that. And we're just gonna kind of wiggle it back and forth to create a little pocket. We're not over directing this too much because we don't want to rip our hair or make it break. Now, if you're wearing fusion bonds or keratin bond hair extensions, you'll obviously skip this step because you won't have a weft, you'll just have a little bead. We're getting this loosey-goosey in here, straight down the middle. Then we're gonna slip this thing out, open up our little pocket here, and we're gonna spray coconut oil down there. Now, this can get a little messy, so you may want to be wearing either an old shirt, a cape, or the patent pending trash bag cape, your choice. Then I'm gonna take the rat tail comb and go back in. Now it's easier to navigate through this, and I'm gonna start pushing side to side. We're just working the coconut oil through here. Spray it again. I'm taking my nail and the rat tail comb and just kind of poking this through, working in the coconut oil. I'm gonna lift this little lip here on the corner and see how I've got it spread out, and I'm gonna keep spraying oil. Then you're just gonna rub the bond. This will heat it up and move that oil around. Now you should be able to pull these apart and you will slide it out. And this one's being a little tough, so I'm gonna spray some more oil on it, massage it in, and gently kind of tug at it. Not tugging too hard. I don't wanna rip my hair out. There we go. Now, don't be alarmed when you do see some of your hair on the weft or the bond on any type of hair extension, or don't be alarmed unless you have a whole lot. But if you have just a little bit like mine, I don't know if you can see that. Some of this may be where I was yanking at it a little bit too hard, and some of it is our hair's natural shedding process. So don't be scared if you see some little hairs hanging out. Those were just the ones that couldn't shed out naturally because they were stuck between 2 pieces of glue. Back in with the coconut oil, massage it through. I'm gonna run it through my ends because it's not gonna hurt, it's actually gonna help. Brush this way, brush under, brush on top, brush to the side, brush to the back. I wanna get all of that out. If you do this whole process and you go in the shower and shampoo your hair is still going to be oily. This is very hard to get out of your hair. How to get rid of that is to take 70% alcohol, rubbing alcohol, not other alcohol. Or this is 91, but that's okay. I've got it in a spray bottle here. Spray this on. It's not going to damage your hair. In fact, a lot of people actually do use just straight up alcohol to remove the hair extensions. I don't prefer that. I prefer to use alcohol as a cleanup method, not to totally remove the bond, but you can try that if you want to. That's gonna get rid of the excess oil that we're not gonna be able to get rid of in the shower, also any makeup that you're wearing. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, isn't that gonna dry your hair out? Yeah, it is a little bit, but we're gonna follow this up with a conditioning treatment, which I would recommend if you do this alcohol method or not, that you're following up with a conditioning treatment after this process, because your hair has just been through some traumatic event. You've put a bunch of glue in it, you put heat, you've been swirling, twirling, putting in high buns, putting it in pigtails, doing all this stuff to it. Give it a break, let it rest, let it breathe. For method 2, we're gonna use this super bonding remover. This is by Salon Pro, and you can grab this at Sally's. I believe it's about $6.99, but I'll link it below if you wanna try this. This one is a lotion, but they also make it in an oil base. I prefer to use the lotion one if I'm going to use this because it doesn't get oil all over the place and still works good enough. It doesn't work as good as the oil, but it works good. You do the same kind of method. You wanna get in between this sandwich. You've got the bond, the hair in the middle, so you're trying to get in between that. Up and down, up and down, up and down, making a little hole or air pocket for this product to seep through and spread out to the rest of the hair inside this bond or weft. I'm cranking it, put my fingernail in that little hole, and then cover the top with this. And all we're gonna do is try to scoop this in here, just kind of working it through by taking our fingernail and kind of pink, 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 poking little air pocket holes in it. If you don't have any fingernails, just use the tip of your comb or your chopstick and start poking little holes at it. Now, the older your hair extensions are, the easier this is going to be. The fresher they are, the harder it is to kind of get them to budge. This will take a good hour or so, so be patient with yourself and enough time to do this without rushing. Your hair's quality is important. From my experience using this, you will use a lot of this. I almost use the whole bottle every time I've used this to do my whole head. I'm gonna lift this up, take it on the back side, run a little line there, take my finger and try to push the product in there. We're gonna massage it, just kind of feeling for it to give us a little leeway to be able to rip this off. This little side is being a little stubborn, so I'm gonna create more air pockets through here, just taking my rat tail comb up and down, cranking it a little bit. Now it's starting to work, so I'm slowly separating this while also being mindful of moving that product in. Okay, there we go. This one should be able to slide on out. This one on the bottom here, I'm gonna massage, give it a tug, and there she goes. Woo, good girl. Sassy thing. Feel that I have a lot of residue left on here, so I'm gonna put some more lotion on it and start trying to comb out those huge balls of glue. Taking a clean comb to make sure I can run smoothly through this, and it looks good. Now with this bonding removing lotion, you don't have to run alcohol through it or anything. It's gonna come out the first time in the shower with any kind of shampoo, so it doesn't leave that slicky or slick oil residue. So that is a perk to using the lotion versus the oil. Moving along to method 3. For this, we're just gonna use a basic conditioner. This is actually a hair mask. This is Sauce Beauty by Sally's. Any conditioner will work. Conditioner from the Dollar Tree, the one you have in the shower. I just wouldn't use a really expensive one because why? Same kind of method. We need to create a hole, crank it a little bit to give it an air pocket, move it around, take some conditioner and really get in there, the front and the back. Putting the rat tail comb back in that pocket to move around the conditioner. Taking our nail and scraping it across the top to kind of lift or separate the two bonds. I'm just gonna go through and create a few more little pockets to get this conditioner on the corners here because they are not budging. Cool, we finally have a little pocket. You see that? I can get my finger through it. And we're just gonna try to separate these very carefully. The conditioner method takes the longest or the maximum amount of time to do. It's the least effective, but if you don't have any of these other things, all you have is conditioner, it will work. Just be prepared to spend a lot more time on this. There goes one side. Oh, there she goes. Woo! Now we're gonna repeat it. We're just gonna take the comb, run it through, get out any extra hair that needed to shed out, or any balls of glue. Whew, that feels good. I'm gonna go through and take the rest of mine out with the coconut oil method. Here they are, and it was about 2 different packs. So once you're at this point, you're gonna wanna take a comb and you're gonna wanna comb through your hair. You shouldn't have any skips or hiccups when you do this, any snags. If you do, that is where you did not properly remove all the glue. You do not want to yank it out though. It's very, very important. You shouldn't have a headache or your scalp should not be hurting. If it is, or you do have a headache, you have tugged at these too hard, but give yourself some grace because when I first started taking mine out myself, I would just rip them out just out of sheer frustration of how long it was taking. But again, you have to have patience with this. This is a very slow process. even though it's only an hour, but doing anything for an hour is 55 minutes too long. Now to finish this up, I always like to go through and shampoo my hair with clarifying shampoo. My favorite right now is this one by Kenra, this Deep Cleanse, but honestly, any clarifying shampoo will work. If you don't have a clarifying shampoo, you can use regular shampoo and put a little bit, folks, of baking soda in there, but that's not really recommended, but it does work. And I'm gonna follow it up with a conditioning treatment. One of my favorites right now is this Mondo Brad Mondo Prismatic Glow. I'm almost out of it. I hate that I do that too. Like, don't let air back in the bottles, looking all Neanderthal-like. Please take care of your stuff. It's an exhausting process. All right, ladies, gentlemen, heys, and gays, thanks again for joining me here in my bathroom. If you have any questions, leave them below. Godspeed on this. You're gonna do fine. Don't worry. And again, take your time. I can't wait to see you on Sunday for episode 20 of Sunday Service, and again on Wednesday with another beauty tutorial. So I will see you next week for something cool. Something